Okay, look at this Rivacold unit, got an E4 fault, which is something like air discharge, high compressor protection or something like that, so it makes you think condenser fans failure. So I don't know if it's got a temperature sensor. Some of these controllers have 3 sensors, and they'll have like a air temp for the cold room, coil temp for the evaporator, and then they might have a condenser temperature sensor. So we might have, well, might even be the high pressure switch tripping. Might be HP trip. We've got a lot of water in the drain pan. So we'll turn it off. Turn it back on again. See what it does. I think that should say on. Time delay, it's probably a minute delay. 3-phase. It took the breaker out as well, so something's happened. So I'm watching paint dry. It's probably a 3-minute delay. Condenser's not too bad. I think we cleaned it last time we were here. I think we cleaned all of them. I think the freezer one was quite bad. Hopefully it's going to do something. If we don't do anything, we'll pop the cover off and see what's going on in there. I mean, it could be a burnt wire, it could be a compressor running on 2 phases. I'm tempted to think fan motor with that high temp alarm. We've got one temperature sensor. Oh, got a fan. Oh, I don't like the sound of that. Fan come on, no compressor. That's a bit random. And then we've got an alarm light. That might be over temp. Let's pop the cover off. Okay, got the cover off. A pain in the arse these are. I mean, you've got this cover here, your circuit board, and a cable. So what are you supposed to do with it when you're working on it? Idiots. We have got. There, 7 ohms, 400 ohms, 400 ohms. So, and it's 3-phase, so they should all be the same. So we put this back on there, pop the cover off here. Hopefully it's a burnt wire. If not, it might be a dust compressor. Well, they look alright. I was thinking this was a Tecumseh unitary Hermetique compressor, but it's not. It's an Embraco. Embraco. It's. Don't think they're as good as the Tecumseh ones, to be honest. But saying that, I've had a few of the Tecumseh ones lately that have died a death fairly young, so. That's the direction I think we're heading. Plus a lot of these new gases make them run really hot, I think. Doesn't help. Anyway, let's get the tester on there. Okay, I'm not sure how easy this is going to be. 100. And it's reading 400. And these two. Oh, I can't do that. Take my word for it. We've got 400 between that one and that one. 400 between that one and that one, and 7 across there. So the actual winding to the centre point is probably 3.5-ish. So 3.5 and 3.5 is 7. So we've got 3.5 added to 400 on this bit here, so that winding's died. That's what's happened to it. It's got overloads on it. It's got overloads with automatic reset. So it probably tries to start 4 or 5 times and then locks out on the controller. So yeah, this is not going to be going today. Right, we've got the details off the label, details off the compressor. We've just done an acid test with these little quick checks. That's come out okay, so we don't think it's a nasty burnout. It's something fairly, it's not, you know, it shouldn't have acid in there or anything. Hopefully we can get an equivalent. If we can't, we've probably got room to put one in with a valve if we have to get a road lock one. Although that might be a bit of a pain getting the discharge connected into that. And then we've got like a pencil dryer. It's 3/8 I think. Which is again a pain because you're not going to fit a normal one in, they'll be too fat. So I need to make a note. I've got to get a pencil dryer that's got 3/8 ports on it because most of them are going to be smaller. Or it would have to be. I suppose we could repipe it. We could straight pipe that piece, link it out, and then we could probably put it in here if we had to put a little loop in and put a dryer in there. It wouldn't matter. I don't think whether it was before or after that solenoid. Although it would trap a bit more volume there, but I think we'd probably be alright. All this space here, could have moved that over, a bit more room. Right, pop the fuses out. Do not test them like this because it relies on a good contact through the metal. This is just to prove that one's good. That one's good. That one's got nothing. So whatever's it, either we've blown a fuse for some reason, so it's probably something's gone wrong in the motor, blown that fuse, I would say. Rather than the fuse, they don't usually go for fun. And that is 6 amp. So we need some 6 amp fuses as well. I think we have 38mm, 38x10s or something. Ideally wants 3 new fuses. That's the other thing we're working on. It's a pasteuriser. It's got the leaky high pressure switch. So I've got a new one in there, got it leak tested. So we're just pulling the vacuum now. So we'll put about 1.6 kilos in, I think. 1650 404. Nice little Dorin compressor, I think they're quite nice. I think they're Italian, I think the machine's Italian. Water cooled.